Shalom, this is your brother Mouth coming back from another video. Before we start off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone who were well, prophet, and teaching truth. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the like who is scattered amongst the nations, who may look like the other heathen nation being that speckled bird, going back to the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are known as, or the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that we know today. And I was, reading through, some of the articles that was popping up, and I had came across the Neuralink, which I had got a notification from on the, the Star Kuala Lumpur. On that news article, it says Neuralink second brain device implant went well. And, we can see that, Elon, he came out with his device and is improving, is doing well. Is one step closer to, the coming of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua and fulfilling all his prophecies. It's about to come to pass, which is the end prophecies, which, all the elders, bishops, and under, was always go into, about that mark, that MOTB, And it says Neuralink Corporation, Elon Musk's brain computer company, says surgery for a second implant in a human went well, and the patient is now able to design 3D objects and play video games like Counter-Strike 2. It says the procedures also appears to have successfully averted an issue that dogged the experience of the first patient's Nolan Arba, who had unexpected complication, electroid thread retracting from his brains. And, you can see just from reading this a little bit that the second patient, is capable of doing more than what the first patient could have done. So, you can see that they slowly but surely is progressing, And it says to reduce the probability of the thread retraction in our second participant, we implemented a number of mitigations, including reducing brain motion during the surgery and reducing the gap between the implants and the surface of the brain. The company said in a blog post, in the case of Arbor, Neuralink made post-surgical software tweaks that mitigate the issues. It says the company said it was working on a new capability for its brain interface device, the Blink, which for now allows patients to control on screen cursors and digital devices click by click. In the future, it says Link would be able to decode multiple simultaneous movement intents and recognize hand intent to help patients write faster. These capabilities will not only help restore digital anatomy for those who are unable to use their limbs, but also restore the ability to communicate for those who are unable to speak, such as the people Neuralink conditions, Neuralink wrote. For now, the Link device is designed for patients with quadriplegic and other conditions that severely limit movements. Musk has said Neuralink implants could eventually help augment the ability of healthy people, such as assisting with memory recall. So, we can see that, right now it's in the phase for just quadriplegic, people of needs and stuff like that. But he says now, in the future, it would be able to help the abilities of healthy people. So it's going to make it access for everybody to get, talking about rich and poor, free and bond, will receive a hand on their right hand and their foreheads, roughly paraphrasing. And it says the blog posts the patient's first name, Alex, and identified him as a former automotive technician that has suffered a spinal cord injury. He left the hospital, the Borough Neurological Institute in Phoenix, one day after undergoing the surgery. Alex is now able to use the computer-assisted design software to design a custom mount for his Neuralink charger, the company said. Musk has said he hopes to have the device in several more patients by the end of the year. Participants are part of Neuralink's prime study and investigational medical device trial. And as you can see, he's pushing to have more devices and several more patients. He's he wants these things to come. He wants these things to be fully completed, fully implemented into everybody. You know. So I want to start it off. Let's see. I want to start it off with Micah 2:1. And it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in their power and hand. It's in the power of their hand." And, that's what Esau does. I'm saying he comes up with these wicked plans and schemes to get people and to do these evil things upon this earth. But his main thoughts is, how can I get the people to submit? How can I get the people to to take this chip? Speaking that lying speaking lying wonders, But these are the things that they do. They devise, these wicked plans to implement, knowing that they have a short time. But I want to get Revelations 13, verse 16 on down to 8. "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. And no matter how rich, how poor, how famous or unknown you are, and how free and unbound, it will come a time when you will have the option to receive a mark on your right hand or on your forehead. And if you take that chip, it will be dire consequences that will come your way. Heavy judgment is going to come. And if you take it, you're straight up unalive. There's no coming back from this thing. But if you're of the heathen nations and Esau, it wouldn't matter if you take it or not, because this doesn't pertain to you. But if you're of, the Israel, the 12 tribes, if you take this mark, there's no coming back from this redemption. You will pay for that judgment, for worshiping, the beast, and worshiping that beast is taking that mark, that charagma. And it says charagma. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark, or a mark stamped on the forehead or on the right hand as a badge of the followers of anti-Hamashiach. And that's what it is letting you know that you follow this order, you follow this this system that Esau, the beast, is putting out. That means you're taking part in idolatry. You what's the word? You're submitting yourself over to this system. It says to brand upon horses. It says thing, carved, sculpture, graven work, of idolatrous image. And when you go into a brand, whenever you have like a cattle or a horse or any anything that's in your flock, you will brand it. Let it be known. You will stamp it, or let it be known that this is for you. And that's basically what y'all doing. Y'all letting yourself be branded with this charagma to submit yourself over to Esau in the system. When I get Revelation 14, verse 9 on down to 11. And it says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in the forehead or in his in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of wrath of power, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb, and that Lamb being Yahushua Hamashiach, which is going to come back on this, come back to the world, and to judge the world. Yahweh Bashim Yashai gonna come back and judge the world through the chariots, through his angels, with his angels, Salakia. And it says, and the smoke of torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest, and they have no rest nor night, who worship the beast and his image, whosoever received the mark of his hand. And like it says in verse 10, it says, the saints should drink of the wrath of power of the Most High. It said, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you take this mark, whenever that time comes, when judgment comes upon this earth, and Yahweh Shai and the angels come back, and they chariots, which are the so-called UFOs that we know today, you will not be spared from judgment. When the ICBM nuclear missile comes and come upon America and all around the world, whoever have that mark in that beast, they will be, hit with them missiles. But it's mainly going to be happening in America, which is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and Babylon. It's going to be that lake of fire. That's where the main judgment is going to happen in America. And I want to get 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 3, and I want to read on down to 10. It says, let no man be deceived. Slakia, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who oppose it and exalt himself above all that is called the Most High and that is worshipped, so that he as Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself to be a God. So let me read that again. Who oppose it and exalt himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's basically what Esau, is doing right now. He's painting himself to be, the Most High. He painting himself as, that power, that he got that pride on him. He think that, he's untouchable. He think that he could do whatever he wants. And he would not be judged or, taken out whenever that time comes, because he envies the Most High. He's trying to be like the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yashai, the best he can, but he never could, what's that word? He never could mount up to it. He would never be like the Most High. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Most High, whom Yahweh shall consume with his spirit of his mouth. And the way the wicked is being revealed is through the men of the Lord, the prophets. The men of the Lord who's out there on the highways and byways, prophesying, teaching the truth, letting our people, know their sins and telling them, who they really are and bringing them back to remembrance of their heritage and their true power, Heavenly Father and begotten Son, Yahweh Bashim Yashai. That's how the wicked is being revealed, through the prophets. And it says, and he shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's going to be when Yahweh Shai comes back upon this earth to Yahweh Bashim Yashai come back upon this earth to bring out that judgment. And it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all powers and signs and lying wonders. And, that's what Esau is doing today. He's coming after the working of Satan. He's doing all these things to deceive the people in LA. You know, but he can't deceive the elect because it wasn't is out of his power. You know, and it says with all powers, signs, and lying wonders, and that lying wonders is going into that MOTB and that mark of the beast. The FRDC help and that Neuralink. Painting it as you have the abilities to mess with technology hands off, and do all these crazy and wild things, saying that you have the abilities to do more and beyond. They telling you that dream. They're selling you that American dream, as it was called in here. And it says, and with all deceivableness enough righteousness, and them that perish it, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause shall the Most High, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie, and that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in them. And let's get Isaiah 31 and 1. Because a lot of people, is gonna take that mark. A lot of people is gonna be deceived in taking it. But it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. And I'm going to read on down. And it says, yet also wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men, and not God, and their horses flesh, and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. And this is what a lot of people are gonna do. Whenever that time comes, they're gonna put all their trust and faith into Esau and his government, his system, and in their military and their force and their powers and stuff like that. Whenever that time comes, because that's all they put their hope and trust into. They never considered to turn back to the Heavenly Father, how about Shem Yashah, or come back into their true heritage to know who they are, and put their trust and faith into your Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. They don't want to do that, but they trust into the system. Every day, they trying their hardest to be like the so-called white man. How people want to be, just like the so-called white man. Every day they want to strive to be rich, fame, have all the, the women, the cars, the clothes, etc., everything of this world. And I want to get Matthew 16, 24, and on down to 28. And it says, then Yahweh shall say unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. And what he's saying is, don't put yourself before him. Take up your cross and follow me. Take up these burdens and trials and tribulation that's about to come upon you and follow after me. It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. And that's for, all the people who's, trying to save their life, trying to preserve it, like try to preserve everything that's in this world, their assets, you know, their life, their self and stuff like that. They try to keep hold of everything because they don't want it to end. They trying their hardest to hold on to this life that's already fading away, by the minute. And it says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And those same people that's in this world, who's committing iniquity and sin, they trying their hardest to save it. But in the end, they're going to lose it. It says, whosoever will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it. And for the elect, for the men of the Lord, and all the people who's in faith, the 144,000, the 1/3, they're willing to give up their life, because when you come into the truth, you're going to be giving up a lot. You're going to be putting up a lot of sacrifices in this truth. A lot of things that you've done in this world, when you come into the truth, you're going to throw it behind you. You're going to forget about it. And it says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So it says, what's the purpose of, you getting the world, but in the end you losing everything? It's costing your soul. It's pointless. Everything that you're doing is in vain. What's the point of, trying to get everything in the world that's not even giving it to you? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So it's like, why try to build a kingdom in this world when it's for, when it's Esau's time, to rule right now? But, his time is coming, is being cut short quick. It says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his fathers with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. And verse 27 it's talking about when Yahushua, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua comes back, in them chariots, and all the angels that's going to follow upon him, and when that time comes, they'll be rewarded for, all the endurance, the trials and tribulations, and the perseverance that's about to come upon them. They'll be rewarded for all that, because they took upon that cross and followed after, Yahushua in his path, in that straight gate. And it says, verse 28, and it says, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. And, they'll have some men, who are in the truth, who will be unalive in the truth. They'll stay strong in the truth, but when that time comes, whoever they lot is, they'll be unalive, for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But they'll have some men who, will be able to see it all the way to the end. But those same men who passed away for the name and the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they will also be, they'll also be resurrected. They'll also be given them godly and heavenly bodies, which they earn, through their trials and tribulations and keeping strong in the faith, all the way to the end. And I want to end it off with 1 Thessalonians 5. Read it from verse 1 on down to 6. And it says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh so cometh as a thief in the night. And it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as a woman upon a Salakia. This is verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in the dark, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of light and the children of day. You are not of the night, nor of the darkness, nor of darkness. It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So we supposed to constantly be in the prophecies, because we is at the end of times right now. We supposed to keep an eye on these prophecies that's about to come to pass. The wars, rumors of wars, signs and stuff like that, because any day now, Jacob's trouble could pop off, and a lot of shit gonna hit the fan, but like it says right here, it says verse 2, it says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night. No, it says, but of the times of the season, brethren, ye know need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So we know when these times are about to come, and we also know that when this times come, it's going to come unexpectedly. But that's why we're supposed to stay in the truth, stay in the scriptures, watch the news, keep up with prophecies, what I'm saying, build up the faith, always have our eyes open and not be not be asleep, but we're supposed to be sober and up and prepare for these things that's about to come. I think it's Revelations, 1 and 3. It says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the word of the prophecies. So I can hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So blessed is that man that keeps wait, and hear the words of this prophecies and keep it, and keep everything that's written in this book, this cheat code, to help us and guide us, to the end. But that's pretty much all I have. Lord willing, it was edifying. And I want to end it off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekah, HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles and others in great millstone who do well, prophet and teaching is true. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the elect who are scared amongst the nations, made elect other nations. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.